We've all gathered round, and now it's time to do the opposite. Disperse, never see each other again, return to your original cities, and bounce that pill. That's it. Round the grounds. I wrote this 38 seconds before I walked on stage this evening. Check it out. Haven't proofread. Here we go. D's and Dons was bad. I thought I do not enjoy this sport. It's a shit game for me and you. I have to get a fucking tattoo. Pies are good. Swans are injured. I've had roots, but I haven't been thinking. Cats beat crows by quite a lot. Barossa is one hell of a spot. The coin I did not get to toss, but soon maybe we are talking to Michael Voss. Voss is cool. He is the boss, cause Carlton won and the Eagles lost. Suns undefeated, but they will not brag. Maybe they're gonna bloody win the fucking flag. And Giants look very, very flash, beating up the Saints in a Norwood clash. And Port and Hawks did have me sighing, cause poor old Port, they are not flying. I wrote this earlier today. We can talk about that later. A guy in Barossa had a big hose. Dogs like to lose in games that are close. Free or beat Tigers, not a big deal, but gather and had a very big feels. Tom.
Hello, my name is Tom.
Check it. Tom.
Finally.
Tom.
I was just going to rap some gorillas.
Fuck yeah, Broden Kelly, it's Mania. This week we are going to WrestleMania, watching the things. John Cena and everyone, you know what I mean. All right, cut it.
That was very good.
That's a good track. We just picked that at random. But welcome to the Footy, folks. The one-stop shop for AFL information. Don't listen to these pundits just because they played or they know what they're talking about. That shit's overrated. My name's Broden. I'm tired. And this is Tom. Hi, Tom.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Now, what are you drinking? This weird drink. What is that?
This is a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
No, very exciting. Well, we'll get to that later. Folks, I just want to do a little Easter egg for something that's coming later. If you stick around long enough, I will be unboxing and reviewing the Minecraft meal from McDonald's. It's sitting here roasting away in front of us. What will the toy be? What will nuggets in a Minecraft movie meal taste like? What's the sauce going to taste like? That's coming at the end of the episode, but I don't want to put people through that unless they want. So keep an eye out for that. We're starting these recently with our matches of the week, Tom.
Yep.
Now, what was your match of the week?
I'm just all a mess now. I had one in my head, but this Port Hawthorn game is just fucking magnificent. But should I stick with what I originally wanted to because this game's not over?
I think, full disclosure, we are sitting here halfway through the third quarter.
Yep.
And as we sit here, Hawthorn are being, excuse the French, fucking massacred.
Yeah.
By the Port Adelaide Power.
No day, no Hawks. That's what they're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
On the airwaves.
What's that? We should call them the night, because without day,
they're nothing.
They're.
Yeah.
I don't like what I did there.
No, I like it.
But fucking hell, they're down currently by 59 points deep in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Am I doing my maths correct there?
And it's just so cool because, I think Hawks were the informed team of the competition. Everyone was writing off Port, even though they finished second last year, including myself and many others on this podcast. And they've just shown they've still got it. And they've just shown that Ken Hinckley can still spin a narrative to get them up.
He can rev them up for the right moment.
Yeah.
And they truly, clearly, because they're not a very good team, Hawthorn, Port.
Yeah, I think that's debatable, but they've got huge holes in their team for sure.
They're the Swiss cheese of teams.
Yeah.
And they just fucking hate Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, before this game, Hawthorn were looking like flag.
Yeah. And they still very well might be once Day comes back in 8 weeks or whatever.
This is a big blip on the radar.
Yeah. But I reckon Ken should chuck another 20 down and go fucking right through the middle of the fucking ground and just go fly. And
he should come out in a full Ansett little plane and uniform and walk up to Jack Ginnivan and say, "Cunt, you're not flying."
Yeah, he's out in a year. What's 20k to Ken?
Yeah.
What's 20k to Ken?
Hit it. What's 20k to Ken?
What's 20k to Ken?
But he He shouldn't have got fined last year. That is the overriding,
Yeah, because
discourse.
McRae gets off, of course. That's what my rhetoric.
So he shouldn't have got fined to begin with, is the thing. We're just watching Ginnivan kick a ball out of bounds on the full from a set shot, and there's nothing. I don't see him flying anywhere.
No.
Ken Hinkley on the bench laughing maniacally at that. He says, haha, suck shit, Jack Ginnivan.
Internally.
How happy would you be as a Port fan seeing this happen?
Yeah, because like the AFL, this is another thing that we could talk about as well, but the AFL revved this game up a lot.
Yes.
They were happy to put planes in the back of images.
Yes.
And I think that's a little bit naughty by the AFL, considering that, like they should be knowing this behaviour if you got a $20,000 fine.
Naughty is one word for it, absolutely. The other word is just fucking shit.
Yeah, they've been real shit about it. But, we're a light-hearted pod here.
But
for Port to turn around and go, fuck yous, look at us, that's great.
What the hell? It's a nice way to end gather round for the Adelaide team to win. Because the other Adelaide team didn't win. We can talk about that later. But we'll keep an eye on this. And if somehow miraculously Hawthorn kicked 59 points
which has happened to us before.
Well, we were talking about before in 2015, Hawthorn played Port and got out to a lead, Paddy, of...
It was like 69, wasn't it?
58
points. So you're always with the sex stuff.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
And they got it back to an 8-point loss.
Yeah.
Who was that? Hawthorn?
Yeah, Hawthorn.
But Hawthorn did this to Geelong in our first year of podcasting.
Yeah,
as well,
there's a fun.
famously.
So there's the Easter Monday game,
Yeah.
which is coming up next weekend.
Yes.
Where a shit Hawthorn got in front of a good Geelong by like 60 points.
Yeah.
And we just railed,
Geelong.
like disgraceful from
Which
them.
doesn't sound like
and then
us.
on the way home, just like they kicked 98 goals consecutively.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what is your actual game of the week?
So, I think Adelaide, it was actually, for all how much I love Gather Round, and I'm a big Adelaide fan and Gather Round.
On mic, you definitely are, sure.
lot
Off
of-
mic, you say very dark
awful
things
stuff.
about Adelaide.
A lot of shit games, blowout, not a good round of footy,
No.
to be honest. I think
Just because your tipping's bad, though.
Yeah, no, genuinely. Like most of them by margins of 50, 60, 70.
I got 7 from 9, and I thought that was a wonderful round of football.
You're incredible. But I think Adelaide Geelong was the other one that was close the whole way, had a lot of theatre about
Adelaide
it,
Geelong.
a lot of energy. I really, really enjoyed that game.
You know what you call that game, Tom?
Yeah.
The Paddy Dangerfield game.
Yeah, he's incredible, isn't he? He's taken it personally, what I said to him.
He does. He listens to
He
this
said,
shit.
that Tom cunt didn't put me in the top 10 players at Geelong.
Yeah, he's sitting at home now saying, review the Minecraft meal. Review the Minecraft meal.
But also, what a game for Jeremy Cameron to just pop up and show that he's still one of the best players in the competition as well.
But this is why I tipped him, not just because I'm a genius of football,
Yeah.
but because I know
These fuckers.
they do this shit.
Yeah.
I looked at that game and I went, this is the most Geelong winning a game
Yeah.
thing ever.
Yeah.
They're just so set up to win that exact game and to ruin. But looking at that game, Gather Round, that is Gather Round there.
Yeah.
And every game after that is diminishing returns on
Yes,
Gather
I
Round.
agree. That was the highlight for me. And it's just like the last thing I'll say about Geelong is
Apart
just
from
like
this game.
You know how I hype up Bailey Smith too much? I just think he's the most magnificent footballer. He's one of those ones who always looks like he has all the time in the world. You know how Pendles does that a little bit? He gets the ball and it's just like somehow he has 10 seconds to make a decision. I get that from Bailey Smith. He's so fast. He's always clear. He's just phenomenal. And it's such a huge pickup. And I think the league should punish Geelong for stealing him from Bulldogs.
35. I'm never going to Cotton On again, I tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm making a stand.
I was okay with the... Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. In case they come in one day and want to sponsor the show. 35-1. But then also, was it Atkins was the guy of the game? Didn't Chris Scott say that?
Yeah.
Atkins, like he was the one he singled out Atkins. He's like, Holmes is good, Bailey Smith was good, but I'm a Tom Atkins guy.
I mean, Holmes was incredible. And we said in our ladder predictor episode, we all said, isn't it interesting that Cara's the only one who didn't pick Nick Dacos for the Brownlow and she picked Holmes? And we were talking about it in the ladder predictor and she's looking like fucking bang on. Like he could easily be the Brownlow medalist at this point.
No, he's not my Brownlow medalist. Do you know who it is?
Who?
Well, I don't support the Brownlow medal because it hasn't been right in 25 years.
Yeah.
But do you know who gets it this year?
Who?
Your mate, Matt Rao.
Oh, yeah. He's a good boy.
He's fucking lining up. We'll talk about that later. My game of the week, Tom,
Yes.
was Melbourne versus Essendon. Because I loved this game, Tom.
Did you?
Because it made clear to me that I have to stop doing this podcast. And today will be the last episode of the show.
Fair enough.
And I haven't told you and I haven't told Paddy. Someone brought employed. You're unfortunately no longer required.
Yeah, sorry, Paddy. It's your 3-month tomorrow. So,
Marty, you're gone.
Jim, no more edits.
This is
Sammy
now...
D, no more edits.
No, this is now I'm going to sell this to Hard
Croc
Chat,
Media, surely.
Back Chat or whatever those guys in Perth.
yeah.
Will Schofield will be here next week. running this.
It'll be me and Will Schofield. Willie.
No, I hate football, and it's shit. I know. It's almost funny how quickly we've gotten bad.
Not to anyone else except for you, but yeah.
No, we've gotten bad. Now we're properly bad, and it's just a complete mystery to me. Like, it's a bummer. It's just a bummer.
Oh, it's so upsetting. And like...
Now, I may have made a bet with Marnie
Vinyl.
that if Essendon won, I'd get a tattoo, and if Melbourne won, she'd get a tattoo.
Yep.
And now I have to get a tattoo.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking double or nothing.
On what, though?
So Marnie...
Do you guys play again this year?
Well, I wouldn't back... If Essendon beat Melbourne,
Yep.
Marnie has to get 2 tattoos.
No, that's not
That's the next...
That's not how it works.
I think that would be good.
2 and she has to get none.
Well, I was going to say we didn't shake on it.
No. Are you going to get an Ansett plane, or are you going to get a bomber? Or
Well,
what are
I
you gonna
don't think... Well, I'm going to speak to a solicitor because Look, I don't... No, I'm going to get one.
Yeah, I think so. I think we drag the camera crew out. We'll get Lucy and Max down with the cameras.
I spoke to my tattoo artist.
Yeah.
My favourite person, a brilliant artist. Mm-hmm. And they have an opening on Friday morning.
Okay, great.
Easter Friday.
Let me clear my calendar.
So while Jesus is on the cross, I'll be on the bed.
It's perfect. I can see all our calendars. We're all free because it's a public holiday.
So this guy come in on a public holiday.
Yeah. We need a sound person. Yeah.
No,
great.
don't eat meat though. Don't eat red meat because that's Jesus or
Fish
something.
is okay.
Is it because you're eating Jesus?
I don't know. I've obviously been fasting for 40 days because Great Geese is on the same weekend.
And that's why you've been so furious.
Yes, exactly
Fasting and the Furious. You get that joke?
Yeah, because of the Fast and Furious.
Yeah. And I'm Vin
Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah,
now, I'm thinking either on my thigh
Yeah.
of a plane.
Yeah, but what's the plane? Because there's so many options. I don't want to make any jokes that need to be cut. But are we thinking just like an Ansett one's a funny one you would do?
Or do I get MH370?
Okay, that's the joke.
Do
I
I
was
get
gonna make.
911?
I think if you get MH370 and then you can go to the pub and be like, oh, I found it.
Well, what I want to say...
It's on my leg.
What do you take me for, some mental pisshead?
Yeah.
Like walking around...
Found MH370. It's on my arm.
Like there, don't go near that old pisshead. He just walks around showing you a plane on his arm.
Yeah.
He always wears his shorts.
Yeah, it's not like you're very famous and avoid crowds at all costs. You actually go to crowded pubs and go, look at me, MH370 on my arm.
The old pisshead at the pub walking around. Marnie made me do it. Who the fuck's Marnie? What's this? Oh, I was at a bet 2025. Well, what I want to do, what a plane I would want is a Boeing 747.
Yeah.
Because they are the king of the sky.
And defunct now, right? No longer being made.
I think there's still some in the air.
Right.
And look, I know our audience. Someone's going to correct me. But I'm pretty sure there are still a few Boeing 747s in the air. I flew one the last time in like 2018. Qantas grounded their 747 fleet.
Right.
But I think on my arm, but this is the thing. Carly's a great artist, the tattoo artist, and I kind of want to just hand over to her and say, what would you like to do?
Yeah.
And then see from there.
And say, this is Essendon, go from there.
Yeah, a plane and a 747 and no red and black because I fucking hate bombers.
You know what you could do? You could just write your favourite slogan on your arm, which is, if it's not Boeing, I'm not going.
Which is bad now because Boeing, right?
Yeah.
There's Airbus and Boeing.
Yeah.
Boeings are the ones where they cut heaps of really important crew.
That's right.
And then genuinely, planes just started to fucking fly into the ground.
Yeah, and didn't they all go work for Chinese companies because they fired all their staff and then they just got better offers?
They did a lot of weird things, and there's maybe 400 Netflix documentaries about it. But essentially, they just went, well, we're going to move the whole fleet. We're going to move the office here and there. And they stopped cleaning shit, and and then the plane stopped working, and they're like, what? So, yeah, there's a certain Boeing that you can't fly, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because we've got to get to the Minecraft meal a little later. We've got our priorities right. But no, the D's are fucked. But the problem is, I think we might need to move on from our coach, but we can't because we don't have a CEO, and you need a boss of your company to make decisions like that.
Yeah. I'm very chill, but I've actually, I'm very placid and, I've always defending Simon Goodwin, but I've had enough of Simon. I'm ready for him to move on at this point.
It's fair. I think, as I said last week, I believe, my issue is not with him now.
It's
My issue is
last 2 years, yeah.
2022, 2023.
Yeah.
Because we had a game plan that was really good, and then other coaches went, well, here's how we combat that. And then he went, what? So that's the years that annoy me.
The thing that annoys me is that he says the same thing after every game, and it's just like, come on, guys, like do something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you don't want to talk in the media, that's fine, but you got to coach good.
Yes, you got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Either be a great media performer or a coach good. That's your options.
Yes.
But yeah, I think move on from Simon. So where are we at with the CEO search? So my first act as CEO is to fire the coach. Surely it wouldn't happen. Like Simon's going to see out the year, I think.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, because you wouldn't, as new CEO.
There's a president, Stephen Smith, starting at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I have that on very good authority.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Well, you don't know my source.
No, I've heard it from you.
All right. And then I believe Caroline Wilson said that they brought a bunch of CEO candidates to this guy who's going to be president. And he said, I don't like any of these. Try again.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why? You want to hire the wrong person?
No, it's the right thing to do. I just think that it's just going to be a very painful year for you. And it might be better off in the long run.
As someone who's hired people before,
yes,
a really important sentence in hiring people is, it's better for the job to be not filled than to hire the wrong person.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Because don't just hire someone because you need someone. Hire someone because they're right for the role.
Yeah, 100%. That's definitely
so just shut your fucking mouth.
No, I just think
we're going to win the flag still.
It's the right thing. It's just not the thing I want to hear. I want to hear, we've got it, we've worked it out, we're on. But it just means it's going to be a painful year for you.
It's such a funny world, right? Because when your team's absolute rat shit, you see how for a landscape of media men, predominantly men, who act like everything's an overreaction in snowflake world and snowflake rhetoric.
Yeah.
That as soon as something's bad, the hyper emotional responses from everyone. They're the worst team in the world, and it's disgraceful. Like 100%. Everyone is so emotional. Yes, we're bad.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, we're bad. But then we'll get worse, or we'll get better, and then one day we'll be better, and then one day Brisbane will be bad, and one day Hawthorn will be bad again, and one day Geelong will still be good. But everyone gets good and bad.
Yeah,
and just calm the fuck down, Triple M guy.
Yeah.
Calm down, SEN guy.
Yeah, you got to roll with it. Don't get too upset.
We're calm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's all funny, so...
Yeah.
It's all comedy.
Should I go next week, Fremantle D's?
Absolutely.
I'll be there.
Is that in Perth?
I'll leave early. MCG.
Yeah, fantastic. That'll be such a great game.
No, it won't. And Tom, give me, for the first time this week, a sting.
The Bombers are coming hard. They're coming very hard.
Man, we're just rolling here. We're having good yarns today.
I love it.
The gather round Gernzies. Universally loved. I didn't hear negative feedback about one of them.
Okay.
We're going to go through now and give them A, B, C, or D.
Yep, sure.
Or F.
And are we going to discuss?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start with the Crows.
First thing.
So the Crows is their logo, their new logo.
Yeah.
And it's on a navy blue, and it's cool.
Looks sick. Didn't realize it was new.
B.
Looks the same as everything else they do.
I'm going to be really honest with you. Watching the game on Thursday night, it didn't cross my mind.
Yeah, I had no idea that it was a new one. It looks the same as
maybe
everything
not
else.
bold enough is something to say.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, but it's a B for me.
Okay, great. Now,
here we go.
Now we're going to the GOAT one.
Yeah.
So the Gold Coast Suns pink one, we've all seen it, and they wore it at Barossa with a nice backdrop of vineyards as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
And they flogged North in the last quarter after North really pulled some punches.
Yeah.
I thought it was we'll talk about the game later, but I believe they've all but confirmed that they're going to wear this more this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I wore my salmon Suns jumper around, and I wore it to an episode with Mel and Sam, and they broke it down and they said, we've decided that this is your colour. You're into pastels. So light blues, light pinks. They really liked it.
You don't understand how desperate I am to have my colour wheel done. Do you know about the colour wheel?
No, but apparently I'm pastels.
Everyone has a colour wheel, and that's your colour tones that work with you. And I'm so desperate to have mine done.
Come on, Mel and Sam, and we'll do it.
Okay, great. I will come
They
back.
seem to know about fashion.
Yeah,
and
I know
stuff.
some people but there's a video on TikTok of Robert Pattinson finding out his color wheel,
Oh,
for example,
interesting. Yeah,
where they
yeah.
like put a thing and they put colors to your face and shit.
Oh, cool.
And then you don't know what color, because I'm a pink boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
skin
yeah,
is
yeah,
pink.
yeah. So
I don't
pink
think I'd
might
look-
not be good for you. Whereas I've got, I don't know, brown hair. So I'm good with
Yes,
pink. I
exactly.
guess, yeah.
You're yes.
Still pale.
So
but, you
that's
know.
an A for me, an A plus if I can.
Yeah, for sure.
Hawthorn. So it's the old school logo.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's an old logo on the yellow. I think it's pretty good.
I think it's a bit of whatevs. Like, take it or leave it for me, to be honest. It's not bad. But it's not anything to write home about.
I'm not going to lie, the performance they put forward in Gather Round doesn't help the Gernzi,
Exactly,
actually.
it
So
doesn't
I'm going to
help the
move it to a C.
Yeah, it's a C for me. What did we give the Suns, an A?
Yeah.
S tier.
D's.
D's.
I think this is so good because even in spite of what happened on Saturday night, I still think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's got that retro vibe, 80s. I don't think it's quite as cool as like the pink statement, but I still would give it a B, I think.
I think it's an A for
A
me.
strong B, yeah.
Because it's the only good thing going for our club at the moment.
Now, this one, I've got some things to say
St Kilda.
about.
St Kilda is, what would you call it, like a lollipop?
I'd call it bargain bin Essendon.
Oh my God, Tom. Tom, you can't be saying things like that. You can't be saying that, Tom. How dare you?
It looks like an Essendon top from like the 60s or
So
something.
if you're listening, it's a black and red horizontal stripe
Yeah.
that goes all the way down.
It's just very reminiscent of Essendon, and I hate Essendon.
I think it's not the greatest, but I love it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to, like,
I think it's cool that it's retro-y, and
B.
it's like 60s, yeah. B,
B.
or C for me.
you really, yeah. Swans, which is the
Swans.
white with one red harbour bridge going across it.
Yes.
Don't you think their logo is so cool and that it looks like a swan wing, but also the harbour
The
bridge?
Harbour Bridge, and also like the Opera House.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not the harbour bridge at all.
It's the Opera House.
Duh.
No, it's both.
No, it's not the harbour bridge at all.
Oh, it's the Opera House.
It's the Opera House.
It's the famous skyline. We'll call it. You're both right. I love the
No,
all
I'm
white.
not right at all.
I love the all white because Collingwood was so black, so it was just very clearly white versus black, which I love.
It's an A for me.
Yeah, it's an A for me. But going up against North in that though, I'd probably not like it as much. It was particularly pungent against
West Coast had the Electric Eagle, which is a big yellow eagle. I don't think it's bold enough for me, to be honest.
It's a little. It reminds me of the big chicken from Elmer Fudd.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, don't you think? It looks
Yeah,
exactly
I
like
wouldn't
Foghorn
consider
Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn from Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm thinking about. It's exactly the same beak and everything.
But Elmer Fudd is a character in Looney Tunes.
Look.
Foghorn Leghorn is a character in Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but he's from Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd is not Foghorn Leghorn is not a spin-off character of Elmer Fudd. If anything, Elmer Fudd is a spin-off character of Daffy Duck
Oh, right.
because he's trying to hunt. Well, he's trying to hunt that wabbit. So he's actually a spin-off character of Bugs Bunny. I don't know where you've connected Foghorn Leghorn and Elmer Fudd.
It's literally the same. I need someone who's good at Canva to get a picture of Foghorn Leghorn and put it on the Eagles' new Gernzi because I reckon it's literally stolen off Foghorn Leghorn. D for me.
Porter's still up by 54.
Yeah.
So
I
they're
love
looking
that.
good. D for you on Eagles. I give it a C.
Yeah. C is fair. I'll give it a
Fucking
C
hell.
too, yeah.
Keep rolling, Tom.
That's it.
No other Guernseys?
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did 7.
There wasn't 18?
Nah, shit effort by everyone else.
Really? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's free money. That's the thing with the Suns. They sold out twice on this run.
And this is like, because the AFL is so risk averse, all the clubs are so risk averse, but this is a round where it's like, hey, it's so different, please do something.
Yeah,
Why the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, I ordered my pink Suns one straight away.
I think the D's one will stick around. I think the Port one will stick around. I think the St Kilda one will stick. I think a few of them, Sydney one as well. I think they are all great testing ground for things and seeing if people genuinely want them without having to go, this is our clash one for the year.
Yeah.
So it's a silly from fucking 11 clubs, not a lot, 11 clubs, yeah.
And just do a pre-order thing like the Suns did. So you don't have to take a risk and print 20,000, you know? Like
Yeah.
you just do a pre-order thing.
Speaking of which, we should get our Guernsey on sale.
Yeah, that's completely my fault that it's not on sale. I apologize in advance.
No, it's all G. Well, okay, great. Let's bounce that pill. Oh, what did you think of Gather Round?
Yeah, I thought the actual football was a real fizzer this year, but I love the suburban vibes.
I was really challenged by that Thursday night light show.
Yes, that was so cool.
That really challenged me because deep in my heart and my soul, I believe in the way like a far southern Trumper believes, in God. I deeply believe that Adelaide cannot be real. It cannot be cool. Like there's no...
Yeah.
I refuse to accept it. So when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is this? How are they cool?
My first immediate thought was, this is what we've been saying for 3 fucking years on this podcast that Marvel need to do. Like, go the NBA route, do the fucking projections, do the light show, make
they did
groovy.
that.
If MCG's the home of... tradition, make Marvel so cool. And I just looked at them and the Adelaide Oval was just fucking doing exactly what Marvel should do.
They killed it on that.
It's so cool. I love that shit. If anyone's been to an NBA game in the States, it's worth going if you've never watched a basketball game just for the light show.
And I think that is the biggest argument for a night game for the grand final. Not saying I'm saying that, but that really goes.
It's a great argument, especially with a band or a cool DJ,
It was so cool. That's the coolest I've seen the AFL for a long time.
100%. Yeah.
They really brought that home.
Yeah, and it was so shit that the only 2 shit things, right, is one of the broadcasters moved away from it, which was really fucking annoying.
Really?
And 2, apparently it looked shit at the ground.
Did it?
If you were at like eye level, you couldn't. It was for camera, but that's fine. The grand final's for camera.
Well, there's like 50,000 people there and a couple of million people watching at home. So you got to do that. The Barossa games were cool.
Yes, I
love it. The Norwood games were cool. Was it just 3 grounds they did? Adelaide Oval, Norwood, and Barossa.
I believe so. But the Barossa was like they've put in it's a new ground, right?
Yeah, it was nice. Looked nice out there, but it's too hot. That was the other problem. It's just because of that little pesky global climate change that no one's doing anything about. It meant that in April it's 40 degrees. But apart from that, it seemed to go well.
Yeah.
But the Suns North game, I forget who said it. I think it might have been on the Fox Footy coverage of this game. The analogy of like the Suns pulled North out into the water and saw if they could swim, and they didn't. It was that North were trying to stick with them the whole game and trying to fight them. And then in the last quarter, you drowned them. Yeah,
because we're just so good in the heat too. That's why we always win in Darwin. We train in Gold Coast. We were always going to run away with it in that heat.
There was points in the third quarter I was like, if North kick the next goal here, then I'm worried if I'm the Suns because they'll just drop away. And then they did. North kicked the next goal and they got up by about 8 points in that third quarter. And then Suns just mowed them down. And they look... Tom, I don't know if you're ready to hear this. They look just outstanding.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you want to know what happened to me?
Yes. Oh, because, you're in the chats with me, and I'm like, Jed Walters fucking flying. Matt Rowell turned the game by himself. Matt Rowell and Noah Anderson are the future. Took is like not even in the top 3 or 4 players.
Yeah.
It was all happening. I'm like, where the fuck is Tom?
So I decided to go for a little nap at 11:30 because I thought I'll be up for 1:30 when the game starts. It starts at 12:30 and I woke up at like 3 o'clock. So I missed the whole fucking
Fair
game.
enough. You're a father of 2 kids under the age of 3.
It's the broken back that's killing me. I got x-rays, so we'll know what's wrong with the back soon. But I can't sleep because of the back.
I was thinking about you were watching Mish's show the other day and you were holding your back and I was like, these chairs are actually hell for this.
Yeah, it was killing me. It was really killing me. But so I missed the whole fucking game and I watched the replay. But I'm one of these people, and just opportunistic to talk about this. I get nothing out of a replay. If I know the Suns have won, it really just hits nothing.
I need to watch it live to really engage.
Yeah, I've always really struggled to give a fuck.
Even a big Melbourne win,
I
find myself drifting.
That was me with Suns. I watched the highlights, I got through it, but it was like a task.
You drift.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Whereas live, I would have been so engrossed,
Yeah, I had that like in the D's grand final. I remember watching it live and going, Angus Brayshaw won this game by himself, and then watching it back and not even noticing him.
Yeah.
It's funny how in the real moment you see different things to other moments.
Yeah, it just hits different. It's real because you don't know, and as soon as you know, it's like it just hits different.
The other game that I think is worth talking about is Carlton beat West Coast.
Yep.
Carlton won a game.
Yeah, fantastic. And they've got easy beats on Friday as well. Touch wood.
Who have they got?
They've got North.
Do you know what? That's so exciting, Tom. Do you know what?
Yep.
I've got a feeling I'd like to put the Michael Voss out on Saturday.
Yeah. It's the Good Friday appeal.
I've got a feeling right down in my tummy that should everything go good on Friday,
For the Good Friday appeal.
that I will put the Michael Voss episode out. If I'll make some calls. But then either one of two things will happen.
Yeah.
That episode will come out
Yep.
and we don't have to worry about it ever again. Or two, the funniest thing will happen and it doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And I'll never be able to tell you why. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be a little Saturday Easter treat.
Yes.
Jesus is...
Jesus
Died.
has risen. Dead.
Voss has risen.
Voss has risen. Exactly right. And it's so funny the speculation from our listeners about why we haven't put it out. It's just so off the money. It's just so.
What is
simple.
some of the speculation?
That obviously he was really confident and said they'd make the granny in it, and so they can't put it out when he said they'd make the granny.
No, it's
And
mostly just him.
It's not that at all.
It's mostly him standing over me while I just move unbelievable amount of weight.
Yeah, it's really just a very innocuous, innocent video, and it's really fun. And
But the optic,
hopefully
yeah.
we can put it out.
Well, no one's ever going to see it. Genuinely, this is what I truly believe. It's never coming out until one day and I snap and it just goes up.
It just goes up.
And I run and you never hear from me. I moved to Thailand.
Yeah.
But no, they got a win.
Yes.
And West Coast had the lowest contested possessions in the history of football or something like that.
West Coast is so fucked. And can I just say, I'm on the fucking money, Broden. Remember what I was saying last year, and everyone
Don't get emotional,
collectively
though.
was bemoaning and complaining about how stupid I was.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was about?
It's pretty loaded. That's pretty loaded. I don't know.
I said they should trade Oscar Allen, and the whole time I was saying trade Oscar Allen, everyone was shouting me down, and he was having secret meetings.
Well, there it is.
Should have traded him. They need picks. They need a rebuild.
Blues were plus 59 in contested possession differential in the match.
Wow.
Do you know what that says to me?
They got
Carlton are
fucked
going to
on.
win the flag.
They fucked on the easy beats. No, it's probably a good win to get them back into form, wouldn't you say?
That's a real great turnaround you did in that one sentence.
Fucked on them. And if you barrack for West Coast, sorry, Casey Simons and any other listeners, then yeah, you may as well turn off for the rest of the year.
The biggest worry for me for West Coast is they're not drafting people, though. They'll get a bunch of draft picks this year, but they've not really brought in
That's
any.
what I was saying. Like, they absolutely should have traded Oscar Allen and then got in just as many young kids as they can. Richmond's done it the right way. And if Harley leaves, it's proper fucking disaster if Harley leaves.
But they'll get a butt ton of picks for that.
Yeah, but then you got Bailey Smith and Doggy's got nothing because he, out of contract, forcing this and that. I just don't know about that.
Stings.
There's no kryptonite for kryptonite.
Tom, are you aware the Lord of the Rings musical is coming to Melbourne?
No. I should audition.
No, it's already cast.
Oh, really?
But I feel like you would like that. Like, that's the one thing you would like.
Potentially, or I'll go in there and be a massive snob and be like, oh, what is this shit,
That's
And,
true.
Yeah.
Annie grew up watching reading Harry Potter. She doesn't like the movies, but she reads the books. Are you like that?
Same with Dad, yep.
And we're watching, what's that thing called? The play of it?
Oh, The Cursed Child.
Cursed Child.
Yep.
And the whole time Annie's just whispering, he would never do that.
I know, right?
That character actually would never.
When I read the play, I was very similar. I was very excited and very let down at the time.
Tom, you've prepared. I think we should go to Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm not
fine.
going to go, but you should go.
Yeah, let's get tickets. We'll get a sponsorship.
Yeah. Tom, you had a problem with my chip thing last week.
Oh, yeah. It was too ransack and random.
Why?
I was just all over the shop. You couldn't stick to a brand.
I gave.
You decided popcorn was a chip.
One thing I do have to concede is I did think Smiths was Samboy.
Yes, I know. And at the time, I wanted to call you out on
I'm
it,
an
but I
idiot.
was like, maybe he was talking as a
But
kid. Or...
no, barbecue Samboy I stand by, and pink Samboy Collingwood salt and vinegar I stand by, but the other 19 Samboys
Yeah,
I cannot stand
It
by.
was a very odd list. So I could have done a Red Rock Deli list,
Yeah, you said that's what you would do.
but then Shape sent us a box of shapes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
So
you're.
thanks, Arnott. I've done a top 18
Hey,
teams of shapes.
Arnott, next time send us 10 grand. Please. Enough of the fucking, I'll buy shapes if I want them.
That's what I said. Someone was like, oh, should we save some shapes for Broden, or is it okay if we just eat them all in the office? I was like, fucking eat them. If Broden wants a packet, I'll go to Woolies and get him one.
They're $4 for special.
Anyway, AFL teams are shapes, and I've stuck to shapes because I want consistency, unlike you. And I think you'll really agree.
By the
with
way,
this.
I brought cheddar home. Is cheddar on your list?
Yeah, cheddar's
I'll
on my
talk
list.
about it when you get to cheddar.
Yeah,
and this is every team.
You know who
and
cheddar
this
is.
is the TikTok.
And you just like one or two word responses from you, please. I don't want to get into massive.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, you just have to go. Oh yeah, I get it. Or
Listen,
no.
Trump.
Or you
I'll
can say,
fucking give free speech feedback to all of them.
You can say explain, please, or no, thank you.
Fucking hell.
Adelaide is cheese and bacon.
Explain.
I feel like it's a very farmland, colloquial, very Billy's at 4 a.m. Get a cheese and bacon pie. I just feel like cheese and bacon's the right thing.
All right, interesting.
Brisbane Lions, fully loaded flame grilled chicken.
Fully loaded flame. What is a chicken one? Is that different to chicken crimpy?
Yeah, it's different to chicken crimpy.
How?
I went through, because to get 18 shapes flavors, I went through limited edition,
Shapes,
everything.
if you're listening again, this warrants another whole box. Send us more boxes. Seriously.
Yeah, it was delicious. I had like 2 boxes. I broke my diet and ate 2 boxes. Carlton are chicken crimpy.
Why?
This is just like a stalwart of the competition. Been around forever. Are good. Like they're not bad, but haven't been like excellent.
Is there a
They're
lamb
not
one?
excellent. Yeah, there is a lamb. It's coming.
That should be
later.
the Carlton one.
Now, Collingwood, you won't like this, but I've put Collingwood as barbecue because
You're
you
a
either
fucking-
love it
you're
or
a
you
dick.
hate it. Either
Who hates no one hates barbecue.
No, people hate that barbecue is the unanimous one for so many people, which is very Collingwood. So a lot of people think pizza's the best flavour, and when they hear barbecue's the best, they go, oh, fuck off, Collingwood. You know what I mean? No?
I'm offended by that positioning,
Yeah.
but I will let you go.
Yeah.
But I don't stand with that.
Essendon are savoury.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah,
100%,
agree with that.
100% agree with that.
This I thought was interesting. Fremantle is nacho cheese.
Why?
Just because they're a little bit indie, a little bit off of centre, but not that crazy. Like, there's nothing crazy about nacho cheese, but they're a little out there,
Yeah.
Geelong, sizzling steak and onion.
Who?
Geelong, sizzling steak and onion.
Explain.
Because they're all farmers and they have cows and they like beef.
Okay, all right. Okay. I've not had steak and onion shapes.
No, I think this is discontinued like 10 years ago.
Okay, great.
Gold Coast Hawaiian pizza shapes.
I didn't know that existed. Is that like a pineapple?
Yeah, pineapple pizza sort of.
Fuck, that's
yeah,
awesome.
It's not around now, but.
I want that.
GWS, fully loaded epic garlic pizza. Bread.
Oh, yeah.
Fully
Garlic-
loaded epic garlic
There's
bread.
a garlic bread shape. Are these real? Yeah, I could get that right now.
I think you can get this one right now. I think the fully loaded range exists right now.
I could get garlic bread shapes right now.
Yeah, fully loaded. Or type in fully loaded garlic bread shapes. You know the
Wow.
ones. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Wow.
I've got Hawthorn for pizza
Why?
because they're pretty good
Oh, here's a controversial opinion about pizza shapes.
They're better than
I
barbecue.
think the shit at the bottom is better than the actual.
Oh, it's crack.
is better than the.
Yeah.
I would actually just have a whole.
Box of that shit.
Yeah,
And they
make my
did that
mouth
for a
water.
while where you could buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Shapes once sent me like a bucket of barbecue flavoring
Oh,
to put on like chicken and stuff.
Yeah, incredible. Now we get to the real stuff. Melbourne cheddar.
Interesting.
Because you took home a cheddar.
Yeah. I had cheddar. I enjoyed the cheddar.
Because
Here's a general opinion.
Yeah.
Here's a general opinion about shapes. Shapes are only good at bag opening time. When you come back the next day and have the other half of the bag and they're a bit stale, get them out of there.
interesting.
They are a different. It's like Indian the next day. Indian the next day is better.
Yeah.
Shapes the
I'm
next
with
day
you.
are a different
No,
biscuit.
Not as good. I hear.
But so we just talked about the pizza flavoring at the bottom of the thing. Cheddar flavoring at the bottom is just pure salt, like inedible.
Yeah, right.
But on the biscuit, better than a pizza shape.
Yeah, okay, interesting. Let's just knock the rest over. North is sizzling.
We don't
meat
have to
lovers.
rusk.
We do have to rusk. North is sizzling meat lovers.
I love that. Well, I don't know, understand that at all.
Just, the Arden Street, Indy, North Melbourne, just groovy.
Indy, North Melbourne.
Port is chili cheese.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, thank you. Richmond is ultimate cheese.
Somehow I agree with that.
Yeah, yellow. Saints of Vegemite.
Yellow.
Saints of Vegemite, and that is a nail. Surely you agree with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I've not had Vegemite shapes.
Because they're the most you either love us or you hate us, and if you don't fucking like us and put us in your top 8, you can get fucked, just like Vegemite, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Sydney are lame and rosemary.
Love that.
I feel like Sydney is like,
Yeah.
if it rains, they don't bother going. They've got a roast at home. You know?
Whoa. Sydney turn out. Let's not say that to the Sydney people. They turn out.
West Coast is a triple cheese toasty, which is a limited edition.
Fuck, I didn't know. I would have loved that.
Yeah. And this one really sat well with me. And this is my new favorite shape.
Dogs?
Favorite flavor of shape.
No, this is low. This is real. This is heavy because okay. I
ready?
said they were barbecue shapes.
Yeah. For me, meat pie. Meat pie shapes, which I had a box of in one sitting this week, and I absolutely loved them.
I have a box at home that I haven't even cracked yet. So
Same thing, like delicious, old school, steeped in tradition, but not for everyone.
this. We should be getting money for this because this is going to send people out to buy shapes.
Yeah, 100%.
Genuinely.
Yeah, send us money, Arnott's.
Yeah, send us money. You owe us money. You owe us $10,000,
Yeah.
and we're coming for you.
We're coming for you. But also happy to collab on an Instagram post if
Isn't
you need.
it crazy? Send an invite, collab on this TikTok. They make Tim Tams as well.
Yeah, Arnott's.
They're the best company in the world.
Well,
who owns them? What evil corporation owns
So
them?
I actually looked at this earlier. They're owned by like Biscoff Company.
Biscoff?
They're owned by
Arnott's Group. Who is now
Arnott's
owned
Group,
by,
which is owned by KKR, which
God.
is
They got it's only 2Ks.
private equity firm, and they own a bunch of stuff. But yeah, there's some biscuit company that they're owned by that does all the biscuits.
Fuck
But
yeah.
Arnott's potentially.
Shapes and Tim Tams are like the two most great Australian things ever.
Yeah, and you like Jats as well.
Fucking love a Jats.
And ginger nuts are nice too. And wagon
What
wheels.
did you call me?
Ginger nut. And wagon wheels as well. This is a very Australian thing. I think Arnott should align with us, actually. I'm on board.
I've said some things that we can't take back here, but they do. Funny you mention them because they owe us $10,000.
Yeah. Tiny teddies as well. Like, yeah, pop off. Arnott's, pop off.
And you hit that sting.
You cannot do that. That is not on Stevie J.
Collingwood are good. Sydney are bad.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a little bit. Collingwood fucking just keep winning and Sydney keep losing, and it's disappointing.
Sydney missing all their good players.
Yes, that's true. They have a lot of big injuries, don't
Papley Heel,
they? Amadi got
McInerney.
injured.
There's a bunch out.
Obviously, the big ones, Mills and the other guy. Who's the guy who runs around a lot? Errol Goulden.
Yeah. Goulden. Like they're fucked. So
Yeah.
they've just got to, same as dogs, hold tight until they get everyone back and make a run. But they're it's underestimated how many fucking great players are injured at the moment.
100%. And Collingwood are just like, they're just doing the steel side bottom thing of they just keep being pretty good. I still don't know if they're the ones to make top 4 and to make a grand final push, but they're good.
Go through Collingwood and who they've played for me. So they've played Dogs and they got over the line there.
Yeah.
They smashed the fucking Swans.
Yeah.
They played... Who else? They
Stay with me.
They lost to GWS.
Yep. They beat Carlton.
They beat Carlton.
Did you already say that?
Yeah, no, I didn't. So they've beat Carlton, they've beat the Bulldogs, and they've beat Sydney now. So a good mix of like maybe where on the list. I want to see them against Hawks. I want to see him against Geelong.
Yep.
I want to see him against,
They smashed Port by 90 as well,
Yeah,
which was
that
huge.
Port game,
and
yeah.
now Port is smashing Hawthorn.
and now Port are premiership favourites now.
A pretty massive loss to GWS though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. They're up and down. I'm not fully convinced, but I think they're obviously better than... They're obviously a top 8 side.
As it stands, they are. But that was a huge win on a Friday night. But just like Geelong, nothing surer.
Yeah.
Nothing surer than winning that game. It's the most Collingwood win ever.
I'm so up and down on Sydney. I still don't know if they're going to come good and make the top 4 and be incredible, or it's no first year under Cox. They're going to, finish 9th or 10th. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too many players out to really call it, I guess.
Yeah, no, they're and different game plan and missing all the good players is if you're good in spite of that, then
Yeah, they've just been hanging on. Where are they on the ladder, Broden?
Who?
The Sydney.
Let's
so
look
they're
at
still
the
in
ladder.
10th. So they're still in 10th. So they've still won 2 and lost 3. So they're still hanging on. But
Let's look at the ladder. So the Brisbane are ahead because they've played an extra game.
yeah,
Gold Coast, despite playing less games than the team's third and first is sitting second.
Yeah.
Their percentage is 168%.
Percentage is big. Baby.
GWS played 5 and are sitting third.
Yep.
And then Hawthorn are going to stay there
Yeah.
at fourth. They could have gone up to equal first. And then Pies, Geelong, Adelaide, Fremantle.
It's a pretty nice top 8. I don't hate it. I think.
How do you feel seeing that Gold Coast Suns logo at second?
Yeah, it's insane. I keep remembering, like, keep the lid on, because we sort of did similar when Gary Ablett, before he did his shoulder, where I think we were 6-1 or whatever before Gaz did his shoulder. So we have been in this position before. So I'm keeping the lid on until buys. I think if we're in the top 4 at buys, lid's off.
Holy shit, should I buy a membership?
Yeah,
so we can get into the finals and shit?
Yeah, or you could just come with me probably. There's no fans.
Yeah.
You could probably just come with me. They'll love you to come.
Shit, yeah. Funny you mentioned that. Give me a sting.
Collingwood have closed like the Grim Reaper.
I made a definitive list of persons who you think of for each team. The most famous person you think of for each team.
Okay, fine.
So not the most famous person in the world.
Just the person you...
That's that team.
Oh, this is fun.
And I want you to think of who you think and see if you think of the same person.
So tell me the team, but don't tell me...
Yeah,
okay, great.
So the Brisbane Lions. Who's the famous person you think of when you think of the Brisbane Lions?
John O'Brien.
I have Jonathan Brown too.
Yeah.
Very clear. And it's like a lot of my list is not football players, but Brisbane is defined. There's no famous person for Brisbane. It is Jonathan Brown.
No, yeah, 100%. I'm with you.
Adelaide.
Weird one for me.
I found it hard.
Mark Rashudo.
Yeah, so you got a
Because
football
he does
player?
every single fucking game for them, though. Like, he's just synonymous with them, I think.
I had Georgie Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Hockey star,
Yep.
and also in the media now, and is a Crows fan. But that's who I thought of. I couldn't think of a bigger one. I genuinely thought of like the breakfast hosts of SAFM or like Nova.
Yeah.
I couldn't actually like.
I think I would have gone Rory Sloane as my second if I gave it more.
But they're
thought.
just players, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But they're still like, I hear you. They've
Bickley.
gone into the thing.
Carlton, famous person.
Yeah, so Andy Lee's the first one.
I've got Andy Lee.
Yeah.
But then there's a bunch of cool Carlton people actually out there. Yeah, like Sam Pang or Andy Marr.
Andy Marr. Oh, yeah, they do that whole SEN coverage thing. It's fun.
Yeah, but Andy Lee, I think. There was a period where Andy Lee was going to be president, I reckon.
Yeah, and he was like, marching to the ground all the time.
I'm going to get him on and ask about it.
Yeah, you should.
Why are you grimacing, Paddy?
I just thought of Robert Menzies when you were talking about Carlton.
Really?
Yep.
The Prime Minister from the 50s? No, I don't think of him. I think of Andy Lee.
Very different people.
I think of Must Be Nice. Collingwood.
Eddie Maguire.
Oh, that's a very good point. I put Peter Hellier because of Strawny and stuff. I think, like in comedy world, he's the guy.
Yeah, totally.
But then there's a few other people like Matt Preston, but I think of Peter Hellier.
Yeah.
Fremantle.
Oh, God. Probably Nat Fyfe, even though he's a player.
Easy.
Who are you going?
Tame Impala guy.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Parker. Yeah.
He is the Fremantle guy.
Yeah, sure.
Geelong.
Let me think of Geelong. Did you have an easy one?
Yeah. No, not easy, but like once I got to this, I'm like, absolutely.
Maybe I'm just too engrossed by the players, but immediately the mind goes to the Ablets and the Selwoods as families, you know? Like,
Yeah, you are drawn to the players.
Yeah.
But they are the Selwood family, the Ablett family. You're right. I went Anthony Hudson.
Yeah, right. I didn't even know how to barrack for him, you know? Oh, but actually I knew Waitley does. So
Yeah, I actually wrote Hudson / Waitley.
Yeah, that makes sense.
North. You won't get the same one as me here.
No, just my friend Fish.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl's the
Your
only
friend
one.
Carl.
He's the
No,
only
he's
one.
not famous.
No, he's not that
Tim
famous.
Rogers, the lead singer of UMI.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah,
Is the North person, I believe.
Sure. Yeah.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, it has to be Will Anderson. For
Will
sure.
Anderson. and then I weighted it with Helen Garner as well because Helen
love
came
that.
on. But
Yeah.
Will Anderson for sure.
But also Bob Murphy's synonymous, even though, again, ex-player. But
If I'm being honest, when I thought of Bulldogs, I thought of Bob Murphy.
yeah.
West Coast.
Oh, Ben Cousins. But surely there's
Yeah,
other
it can
people.
be yours.
Yeah.
I've got Julie Bishop, the ex-Liberal Party minister, who's now the head of the ANU, the Australian National
I
University.
didn't know she barracked for them.
She was their number one ticket holder. I
Yeah,
thought
for
of her.
better or for worse, Ben Cousins is synonymous with that club for me.
Port.
Port.
3,
Oh.
2, 1. Kane.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Kane Corns makes sense. I was thinking Tom Rockcliffe.
What the fuck?
Because he tweeted some weird shit on the weekend, so I was like, he's in my mind.
Kane Corns is the Port guy.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, the whole Corn family.
Or Bronson Reed, but not for,
Yeah,
GWS easy.
GWS. I can't think of a single one. I guess Jacob.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I've got. Not correct, but that Jacob is the face of that.
Jacob's the
He's
face
the
of it,
mascot
yeah.
of the Giants.
100%. Yeah.
Sydney. Now, I fucking struggled with this, but then when I think of this club and who they are and what they're about, and I'm locked in on this person.
Okay.
And it's not. This is hypocritical, and when you look at the rest of my list, but
Right.
I'm pretty locked in on the Sydney one. It could have been Adam Hills, not Adam Hills. Adam Richards.
I went for Adam Goods. So.
Oh, but you once again players.
Yeah, but I feel like all my player picks are still those who have outgrown the football club. You know.
Adam Hills is who I'm thinking of.
Right.
No, I'm not. Adam Spencer. Sorry,
Oh,
Adam
yeah,
Spencer.
I know Adam
I'm sorry,
Spencer,
Adam
yeah.
Spencer.
Yep.
But no, I had Sydney Sweeney
Oh yeah. Okay.
because her name is Sydney.
Yeah.
She did the photos with all the players in the room.
Sure,
And she
sure.
feels like when you go to a Sydney game, that's what I think happens.
Yeah, right.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very Sydney aligned, and that's controversial. Gold Coast.
Yeah, I have no
Tom.
idea. Surely not. I
Has to
mean,
be Tom.
But in our room, surely, right? But
Tom.
yeah, outside of that,
Melbourne.
Titus. Or Broden.
I had-
Mostly Titus.
Titus, yes, or I had Hamish Blake.
Oh, yeah, Hamish. But he's very much shied away now that he's moved away. He used to be putting on his story every weekend that he was at the footy, but not anymore.
Now he lives in beautiful Sydney.
Yeah.
With Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Or Nazim Hussain.
Oh, yeah.
But Hamish, I guess. Or Titus, probably Titus. Hawthorn.
Hawthorn. Yeah, Jeff Kennett.
Interesting.
Yeah, spoke about him earlier, but he's...
I got
he's the one.
Limo.
Oh, yeah, I
Limo.
forgot about Limo. Yeah.
Yeah, Paddy, yes.
I'm going to continue with my Prime Minister theme and go Anthony Albanese.
Elbow.
Albo, yeah.
Elbow is. He
He'd
goes
be
for
out
them.
there for sure,
Didn't he
yeah.
go for another team for a while as well?
Nah.
He's like... He's really Rabbitohs, though.
Yeah.
Have you heard Russell Crowe talking about
Yeah,
him?
Russell Crowe
Russell Crowe.
loves Elbow.
He loved him and he'd come down. He'd never ask for anything
he's
from
the
me.
fucking greatest.
And I always thought, that's a good bloke. That's a good bloke.
Yeah.
There's conjecture that for a while I dated Terry Irwin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Funny.
I think that's confirmed.
Yeah, probably.
Should check that. Richmond, easy.
Oh, Richmond.
Easy.
Hang on. Is it the guy from the front bar? Blanked on his name?
Mick
Mick
Malloy.
Yeah. Mick. He's the one.
And St Kilda may be even easier.
Charlie Clausen. It has to be Charlie.
Charlie will love that you've said that, but I unfortunately don't think it's Charlie.
Every time I say something about fucking Saints, Charlie comes into my head and goes, fucking watch it, cunt.
It's Eric Banner.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Eric Banner is St Kilda. in my
Yeah,
mind.
he loves St Kilda.
Desperate to get him on. If anyone has a line to him, please.
Yeah,
I'm
hook
putting
us
it
up
out.
with Eric.
Get me Eric Banner, please.
Yep, love that.
Essendon.
This is such a fun game. Essendon, I'd think Brent Stanton.
Now, out of context,
Yeah.
it's more so fucked. Like a player who played for them for a while, but it's because you went to high school with him.
And primary school, and he barracked for Essendon.
When we were in like year 8, Brent Stanton got drafted from our high school, and I was like, wow, he's the great. Wow.
Yeah, but he was like our school captain when I was in prep as well, and he was in
Wow.
grade 6. So yeah, deep.
No,
connections.
it's clearly. I genuinely think it's Marnie. I can't think of
anyone else.
Anyone else? Like, maybe Nick Giannopoulos.
Oh yeah. Nick,
The Wog
loves,
boy.
Yeah, Nick loves the Dons.
Wasn't that a good one? I thought of this.
Yeah, that was really great, Broden. Well done.
Oh, no, I'd love your feedback, but I'm not like I didn't deliberately. It's hypocritical, but for the dogs, I didn't do Thor. I didn't do Hemsworth.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I don't.
So technically more
I feel
famous,
like
but
I don't.
yeah.
I reckon that cunt hasn't watched a game for years.
Yeah, it's who's synonymous. Who's the most famous person who's synonymous with the club?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Liam Hemsworth might have watched a game, but who gives a fuck about Liam Hemsworth? Bounce that sting.
The man that likes planes, Jack Payne.
Science Janes.
Science Giants. Almost a fucking awesome game.
Science
Almost.
Giants. Or the Saints Giants.
Almost a fucking
The Eric
epic
Banners
game.
versus the Jacob Gaynors.
Yeah.
Almost a great game, but nah.
Nah, but it still fizzled out. I really thought Saints were going to bring it, and they just didn't. No, they were really good. It's just GWS is incredible, but I really thought it was going to be a little bit closer the way it was playing.
I'm so hoping for a Suns Giants grand final. It would upset so many people,
Yeah.
and 3 people would watch it, and the AFL would never financially recover. But I would love it so we could put our legs up at the G.
Oh, imagine, me and you, we'd own the G.
They would have restricted membership in the MCC. You would get in.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, I think I would have first access to tickets, right? As a Gold Coast member.
Just a reminder, folks, that coming up later, we're going to have that Minecraft meal.
Yeah.
But good on... Yeah, the Saints, I think, didn't lose any fans in this game.
No. I just really thought when they were like equal at quarter time or whatever, I think they were just about equal at quarter time. I was like, wow, how good are the Saints? We're going to have to start seriously considering them as like a top 4.
Yeah.
And then they sort of fizzled out after that. But still fantastic. And they're still got a few injured, right?
Watching that team, I was like, this is what form looks like. Like, they're in form, Saints.
Yes.
And they came up against a fucking great team.
Yeah, this is only their second loss in like 13 games or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wasn't it 8 from 10 or something like that?
Yeah, something
now
incredible.
Hang on.
Now to be...
Oh, no, it wasn't. So that's... bloody good on your Saints, but Giants are bloody big sound, and they should have won it. They arguably should have won the flag last year, so...
Yep.
And then... Richmond lost no fans either for a large part of this game in beautiful Barossa.
Yeah, same thing with the Richmond. I was like getting ready to talk about them tonight. I was going to be like, Richmond took it to Brisbane last week. They took it to Freo this week. And then, they sort of gave up after half time.
Yeah.
But for a while there, I was like, yes, this is great for the league. No easy beats. And then Richmond's...
they suck.
And also, why did they rest Lawler? I mean, I agree with it in a sense. But he's actually injured. Paddy's saying he's injured. Right. I thought they were doing a mid resting sort of thing. But...
And then the Dogs ruined my Saturday night as well because there was at halftime, there was a goal that ended up being touched or coming back, and it would have gone to 39 points at halftime.
Yep.
And that would have been... I think that would have been a different thing.
100%. So this was definitely a contender for a game of the week as well. This was the other really exciting game. It just was exciting for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. if Brisbane didn't push away, it would have been I just didn't see any way. I think Dogs are playing with such heart at the moment.
It's incredible, really, what they've managed to do.
Look at that Collingwood game and how desperately they needed to win that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're sitting. What are they sitting on the ladder? They're sitting in the bottom, they're 11th as we sit here. And so their live ladder, they're sitting 11th.
Yeah, they're 2 and 3, but they could have easily have been 4 and 1 or 3 and 3. So, yeah, it's very... I think if you're a Doggies fan, you're stoked because you've got so much to come back, but they could very easily be sitting in the top 8 with all these great players to come back. So it's a bit brutal.
And Bont is apparently back next week.
Yes, I've heard that.
How exciting.
Very exciting.
Beautiful. Bounce that sting.
Here he is again, the horny one.
I've got a question for the two people sitting in the room with me. Hawthorn are coming home with a very wet sail here.
Yeah.
They are 20 points down now with 10 minutes left.
8 minutes left. There's no fucking chance. Call it. Absolutely no chance. Call it.
We'll get into Malaka, but I'm just marking, and we've still got that great Minecraft meal to...
They're not even celebrating. They know the game's iced. It's still 22 points, 9 minutes.
Bullshit, Tom.
Hawthorn have got the last 4,
Bullshit.
and they've got the last 7 of the last 10. Gunson is on fire for a bloke who was like, almost looked like he was going to retire. 4. This is incredible. He's playing very well.
Fucking hell. Oh, God, and they're getting another clearance. Look, let's just go and talk about Malakas.
Okay. Here we are with yet another week of Malakas. And let's just put it out there that we've got a lot more Suivas than Malakas this week.
So that's nice. That's always a nice positive
thing.
Community.
And now here's
happy birthday to Mans, did we say on air?
Yeah, happy birthday
we've
for Mans.
We've done posts and parades and eaten cake and tattoos. Some of us are getting tattoos.
Yeah.
But, happy birthday, Mans, on the chat.
Happy birthday,
When's
Mans.
November, your birthday?
November.
And your birthday was the other day.
Yeah.
My birthday's in January.
Yeah, so just mine to come. Scary times. So someone wrote in Adelaide water. I thought it was funny because, the Adelaide water's not nice. Awful water. So I don't even know if this is true, but someone wrote in this, right? And this is a massive Malaka. If true, that Harvey Thomas, player for GWS, has played at more venues in 23 games than Pendles has in 400.
No, I believe that. I completely believe it.
So that's just crazy, and it just shows how easy the Pies have got it, and they've got to stop complaining about opening round and shit.
You're the new Broden.
Yeah. Because you're not bringing it, I got to bring it, I got to bring some wild takes and get the Reddit fired up.
But you're completely right. It's easy to play 500 games when you fucking played 10 minutes from your house.
Yeah, he's the Broden we know and love.
But it's true. That's just true.
It is true.
Removing any team from it.
Yeah.
It's like, I climbed Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you live on Mount Everest.
100%. I think...
You can't live on Mount Everest, though. It's impossible.
No. Can you live on base camp?
Base camp, no.
Yeah.
Base camp is not like a little town.
No, it's
this
like-
is a big thing on the Auntie Donna podcast.
Base camp is higher than any point in Australia, yeah?
Yeah, you don't want to hang out at base camp
Yeah,
too
it's
long.
fucking high as. I think there's a huge...
Cal Pepper Keats one. They're safe, I think.
They're safe. There's a huge portion of the Footy with Broden Kelly listenership that is D's fans, I found out, because every
yeah.
second Malaka was D's, their shit, D's, fireside.
Well, that's not... I don't think that would just be Melbourne people. That's just people saying suck shit Broden.
yeah, there's a little bit of that true as well.
Because that's how a lot of people consume footy, is abusing people.
Yes,
Particularly me.
Yes, 100%. How about some positive Suvas?
Please.
Light shows at Adelaide Oval. People fucking froth the light show.
Froth the light show. Froth the light. Oh, can I say something about
Please,
the gather
yeah.
round that I forgot to say before? I've been out every night in Melbourne
Yeah.
for the last month.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a party animal.
yeah. I
But
know
also
what you're gonna say.
because of Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Yep.
And I was like, I wonder if gather round has like what it's going to be like in Melbourne on a Saturday
Yeah.
night. And I would say it was busier than
Really?
It was busy.
I was going to say it was fucking dead and everyone's away for school holidays. The roads are empty. It's like a
Man,
ghost town.
I had the fucking nightmare getting around on Saturday night.
Really?
I actually couldn't believe on Saturday night in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Because Melbourne's a real city, right?
So in
a place
CBD, yeah.
where I think what the inverse happened, right? Where everyone's like, well, great, I don't have to go to the footy.
Yeah.
And my partner's not going to the footy, and so let's all go out. So
Yeah,
everyone went
right.
to comedy festival. They're out at music. They're out drinking. Like everyone was out.
Yeah, interesting. Because Brunswick today was like a ghost town, but it is school holidays as well. So, you know.
No, they're all home because they're on the fucking piss last
on the
night.
piss last night.
They're out tonight as well. I could not get a park out here.
Yeah, wow. Queensland is undefeated this season. So that's pretty super.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the grand final, and I'm going to push it again, was GWS Suns, and
Yeah.
last year we had Sydney, Brisbane, and then we had New South Wales versus Queensland, New South Wales versus Queensland.
That would be very fun. This is someone wrote in called Gator.
G'day, Gator. I know Gator.
And I just like this little quote from Gator, so I just wrote it down verbatim.
Yeah.
Because it sums up how I feel about Marvel Stadium. More suburban grounds with heart, less big, cold, dystopian commercial grounds. Thank you, Gator. You
I would
put words
say
in my
though,
mouth.
I saw some negative feedback to going and watching the footy at Barossa. So
Fuck
it's
off.
34 degrees.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah, it's no
sitting
shade,
in a
yeah,
grandstand
yeah.
with no cover,
Yeah.
just cooking, and then you need to shit, and you go shit in a porta fucking loo
Yeah.
that is cooking your shit while you're shitting it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You need better infrastructure for 10,000 there.
So
but-
everyone loves salt of the earth,
Yeah.
until you need to shit.
Yeah, well, I've been to Mars Stadium and I loved it when I went to Mars, and I would like to go to some other grounds. The Barossa, on that topic, just gorgeous.
Did
Looks
Spenny
beautiful.
go?
I don't know.
Our mate Spen go?
He might
Our
have
mate
gone.
Spen lives up there.
It was gorgeous on the TV. It really looked fantastic.
I'll just ring him and see.
Yeah, let's ask Spenny.
Let's ring Spen and see, and cut this down, but, let's ring our friend Spen and see if he went. It's 9:30 in Adelaide.
Go away, I'm very busy.
Spen, did you go to gather round?
No, I didn't at all. I stayed at home in my house.
Okay, bye. That was Spenny, everyone.
Spenny, he's always good for a laugh, Spencer. Hey, did you know Ned Long was delisted and he played really well for Collingwood?
No.
Yeah, I thought that's cool. I always like to highlight those when players get, delisted by Hawthorn, believe it or not.
Yeah, Collingwood's going to go after Adam Tomlinson as well because of their defensive deficiencies.
Deficiencies. I just thought that's great. Bevo had cool sunnies on.
Well, that's important.
Did you see that photo of
No.
him with cool sunnies? Yeah, he had very cool sunnies. And of course, Tracy kicked 6, which we would be remiss not to mention.
Congratulations, Tracy, with your 6.
And that's all my supers for today, really.
Well, fuck yeah. Let's throw to what everyone's here been waiting for, the Minecraft meal. Well, Tom, we teased it, and now it's finally here. It's time for us to unbox the Minecraft meal. You've been asking me all episode, do it, Broden, do it. Do you remember?
Yeah, the golden box. Describe it for the listener.
Well, okay, great. Well, if you know Minecraft, you're in with it. You're in luck because this is in the style of Minecraft. I would say there's little.
Naturally, yeah.
It's pixeled. Is that what I would say? Like it's little.
It's like a square, perhaps made of pixels in a Minecraft sort of sense.
I think that's beautifully said, Tom.
Yeah.
In that it's golden, like a golden. I don't know if
It's a golden brick.
I don't know if this is an actual box on Minecraft? Like maybe you get a chest like this?
No, I think it's a brick. Or it could be a chest.
Yeah, like, because everything's a brick in Minecraft, you know
Yeah,
that,
right. So it's a chest brick.
But this one says, a Minecraft movie, only in cinemas.
It's a unique size. It's not quite like a KFC box meal. It's bigger than a Happy Meal.
Yeah, and it's got good handles for, like, you know, if you're on the go.
Did you actually carry it that way?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It says the Macca's in sort of a Minecraft way, and the M from Macca's.
Yeah.
And then on the side it says, how'd we go? Macca's feedback.
They dropped the hot honey for this really quickly. So did you get the sauce?
I got the sauce. I wouldn't usually get the sauce, but I got the sauce in this circumstance. Now,
Okay.
I thought that the Minecraft meal, because I'd seen some promotion that it was a Big Mac and nuggets. And I was like, well, where's the drink? Where's the fries?
Okay.
And then today when I went through, that was not the case. This is essentially, I opted for a 10-nugget meal, a large 10-nugget meal.
Okay.
Now, there's one
What's
point of difference
Minecraft
that makes it
about it? Yeah,
Minecraft.
okay.
Obviously, apart from the
box.
The box, which is why I'm spending so much time on the box, is because the box
Is
is,
the key thing.
yeah,
And the Minecraft sauce.
and the Minecraft sauce. But
What's the Minecraft sauce called?
we're gonna get there, Tom.
Okay.
So I'm opening up the box now, and it has memories of days of past where you would get a Happy Meal, and there
It
is.
is just a big Happy Meal, isn't it?
Paddy, if you want to get photos of this in here, you look in and it is a Macca's box of, and we're not sponsored by Macca's, by the way.
I would love to be there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think they should sponsor us.
Yeah, I love McDonald's.
So I'm looking in, I'm seeing a large fries, I'm seeing a container of nuggets, and then some sort of smaller chest, a Minecraft chest. And obviously inside here you've got the nether flame sauce.
Is that what it's called?
Look, and it's pixeled.
Can I open this?
No, wait, Tom. I know you.
Well, it's boring, Broden. It's just a Happy Meal.
No, but that's the thing with
Start
these.
eating it.
Shut the fuck up.
Start eating it and
This
open
is the thing
box.
with these unboxing.
We've been waiting an hour and a half for this.
This is See, you're getting genuinely excited now. You're
Well, I just wanted to get over it now. Eat it. I want to see you eat it. It's like a mukbang.
So I'm gonna open up this thing, right? But the
Yeah, you're
tape.
blocking it from the cameras, bro.
A criticism of this would be that
It's hard to open.
I can't get the Macca's Minecraft tape off, so I'm gonna actually break
Yeah,
the
just
box.
fucking break it.
Now, imagine in 20 years, like one of these mint condition would be worth millions.
Yeah, millions of cents.
Or dollars, I reckon.
Oh.
All right, now I've opened it. Now it feels like inside is a paper wrapping over my Minecraft toy, and it comes with a little Minecraft. A soda potion.
Oh yeah,
I reckon if you were born in this generation, you would fang.
100%. I'm still into it, but what I'm into is forget these toys. Even as a kid, I never cared about the toys. I was like, tell me about the sauce, mate. You're negging me.
All right,
You've been negging me
I'm
for
gonna
an hour.
open up the toy now. I'm unwrapping the toy, and we have got.
A potion.
Oh, it is the potion, which is why I got the card.
What you got the card for?
We got a soda potion
That's pretty groovy.
in a Minecraft manner. So it's a little soda drink with a straw, a Macca's straw.
It's no Funko Pop, but it's pretty cool.
There it is, folks.
All right, tell me about the sauce. Come on.
All right. So this is a nether sauce.
So is this just a rebranding of the hot honey we had recently?
I don't think so, because look at that. That
Ooh.
looks like
Oh,
a
yeah,
sweet
it's about to
chili.
go over as well,
That
yeah.
looks like a sweet
No,
chili.
it looks like a chili actually, but it won't be that hot because it's for children.
And it's Macca's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
What do you got there?
I've got nuggets.
10 nuggets.
These are traditional nuggets.
Yeah, but they haven't put it in the traditional 10 nugget box, which is interesting as well.
I think they may have moved to this, maybe.
Yeah, that's interesting.
1, 2, 3.
They fuck you?
1, 2,
Oh, no.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there's 10.
I was going to say, we're about to have a
All right.
Broden's explode.
So I've dipped the nether sauce. I've dipped the nugget in the nether sauce.
It's a hot honey, I reckon. Yeah, go. Is it delicious? And Broden's chewing.
It's hot.
Hot?
You going to try some?
Yeah. Am
a
I
nugget?
allowed? I know
Nugget?
you're actually starving
Nugget?
as well.
Nugget?
So no, not a nugget, but I'll have a little chip. So
You don't want a nugget?
No, I don't want to take away from your food because I know
Have a nugget.
Broden's actually
No,
starving.
have
as
a
well.
nugget.
You've done your show.
I don't
and come
think.
straight here.
I don't think you've flavored the sauce without a nugget.
It's literally the hot honey sauce.
No, it isn't.
No, it's exactly the same.
No, it's not. Have a nugget,
I
and then
reckon
dip
it's
it in the
exactly
nether
the same.
sauce. Now
I
that-
can't tell the difference.
There's you have a nugget and dip it in.
Are you sure? I don't want to take away your food, man.
I know it's really generous of you, but
Except you owe me one, I think, from last week. So
what?
you owe me a McDonald's, remember? Because you said on pod, oh, you're editing till 2 a.m., so I'll bring you a McDonald's.
Yeah, but then you rejected that offer. I don't think that's no. I think that's more of a sriracha adjacent.
You're right. It's sriracha.
Well, here we are now.
It's not as good as a sweet and sour.
No, but it does give you memories of Minecraft.
It's too hot for Uncle Brody.
It does make me think of Minecraft.
Yeah, it does.
The box, the soda drink, the potion, the Minecraft movie in cinemas now.
Yeah, it's great, Brandon.
It all makes me think of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Well, another great episode. What a wonderful week of Gather Round. Perfect way to end it with a big box of Minecraft McDonald's.
Yeah.
Have a great week, everyone. That music, you can hear it already swelling. Here comes Hutto with the 13. We'll see you next week. Bounce that pill.